Yeah, I agree with Nedum. I think there is two fouls from Xhaka. The one is the leg. Even if he doesn't tackle, he put his leg when the ball is already gone, and his leg is between Bernardo Silva and the ball, and he touches Bernardo Silva. On top of it, there is a pool. There is a clear penalty. I think Xhaka has to stop that. I mean, he can be a very good player. He's very dedicated to the club and the team that he plays for, but he makes silly mistakes. With the experience that he has, he should let him go. You know, open the door a little bit to put him on the close side, but don't make those silly for. Don't pull the shirt. You know, everybody's going to see it, and don't pretend after that it never happened. On top of it.
And then Gabriel went, "Don't worry, Xhaka. I will distract from people being angry. You've given away a penalty. I'm going to get 2 yellow cards in 3 minutes and get myself sent off." Craig.
Yeah, well, obviously he got the first yellow card, and then obviously he knows his situation. I have to say it was an absolutely brilliant first touch from Jesus on the chest to take it away from him. Oof. But as Nedum and Frank will tell you, as two defenders, then you've got to make a decision when you're on a yellow card. If you're going to go charging into the back of somebody or towards the back of somebody, you have to be aware that you're not going to be clumsy and clatter into them, particularly when you're on a yellow card. So he's guilty of that, and so deserved to go. Which is a shame for the game in a sense, because it meant it was just total domination from Manchester City in terms of possession. Obviously, it took them a while to get the goal, but yeah, that was another. And listen, we've seen Gabriel do these things before. We've seen Xhaka do these things many times. This is ill-discipline, particularly from Xhaka. And I agree with the boys. I don't know why there's been so much debate floating around about whether it was a penalty or not, because there was a lazy leg and a clear shirt pull, which showed again in replays. So yeah, Arsenal, I don't think most Arsenal fans are grumbling about the shirt pull or Bernardo Silva going down too easily. Maybe they are, but I think most of the grumbles I've sort of seen or came across have been that why wasn't the VAR official in that day, who's a new guy, why didn't he tell the referee to go and look at the first penalty to have some consistency in decision making? I think that would be a gripe Arsenal fans might have, more than the actual incident involving Xhaka and Bernardo Silva.
And I think the gripe they have as well, Needham, that you take a look at the 90 minutes and they're kind of the architects of their own downfall.
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of people, as Craig said there, this is probably the best that they've seen Arsenal play in such a long time. They look really good. I thought they pressed City well. I thought they moved the ball well. And more impressively for me, defensively, they looked really solid. They really weren't giving much to City at all, who was struggling to be getting in behind them. So the fact that then, there's that penalty decision and then the red card, like this is all in the space of 5 minutes. Basically, the whole tone of the game changed from being so much on top to all of a sudden being on the back foot. And both incidents, you could say they didn't need to happen, especially the Gabriel one. Because when Ederson has the ball at his feet, when he plays it long, he plays it so flat that sometimes you can't contest with the person that's receiving the ball, and it's best to just stay behind them. So to be able to sell yourself like that, commit that foul, that changed the whole game. But again, nobody forced him to do it, but that's the decision he made, and as a consequence, further down the line leads to a defeat.
But I think what we did see, and it's been coming, is the fact that if Arsenal can continue with something close to that kind of form, they are going to be a big shout for the top four, Dan, because that's the first time I've really seen them play like that against elite level competition. We can argue about City at the moment, potentially, possibly again, the best footballing team in Europe. Certainly the strongest side in England at the moment by quite some distance. And Arsenal have really gone toe-to-toe with them. And I think that's going to give them some hope going forward, but also set a bar for them to say, OK, we lost the game. We're not happy about some of the decisions. We made some bad decisions ourselves. But that's the standard that we can play at. And when you look at some of the other teams in there, you look at Tottenham, how they scraped to win. You look at West Ham, didn't play well, but won. Then Arsenal are as good as any up there, as well as Man United. So I think the bigger picture for them is the way they played, not against a mid-table team, but against an excellent Manchester City.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.